piece that I'm presenting is a piece called Intermittent Walking. It's a piece that is more of a nature connection piece. So, here we go. Intimately walking. The sole in your shoe sits between the sole inside you and the sole above. Is it without leather that they just keep adding padding? So you cannot feel what is real. You cannot feel what's happening or here. You see, comfort is slowly connection. Connection should reveal texture and convection. They prevent the integration of this intimate sensation. And we're told we need thick soul to feel whole. That comfort is the goal. But comfort leads to sickness. That is why we are the witness of a disconnected world. So please, take off your shoes. Go make a move. Hold the earth. Reclaim your love. Thank you. So this is a Pride event, and as it's a Pride event, I thought I'd introduce a more of a protest style piece. It's an older piece, I wrote it a while ago, it doesn't have a name. So here we go. Two linguistic definitions for race. By to introduce competition based on genetic variation shown in the face. And to see vision by race is just wrong. They simply have not been around very long. It's a bit like looking at the leaves on a tree. Sure, seasonal colours may vary, but it's a branch that represents humanity. And our tree of life is no different. In fact, it's indifferent. It's a difficulty in its divide. And a branch may well be sound, but overgrown and unsupported, it is destined to rock back to earth on the ground. You see, evolution imbued our species with faults, and our branch is now taking a big chance going way out of balance. And balance is always key, and it would entitle our family with longevity. Fortunately, trunks and roots aren't out on a limb. New growth and change will soon fill this gap in. You see, life emanates from flux and it changes fast. Our current position, the top of the pyramid, in the centre of the web, fragile position as we witness biodiversity's ebb. To halt the ebb, to halt the retreat, we must get to our feet, to march in the direction of Mother Nature's protection. But we are stuck defending the illusion of race and the supposed supremacy of our nation's place. A Lycian border is a scar on my mother's face. So, for the sake of Gaia, we need to aim higher. We need to find realization that we are the same as every living creature in this game. And as our strain of life waits to find that nothing can ever last, not colour, not creed, nor caste, your individual lens will change, and this needs to come fast. My plan, this realization will set you free, both in spirit and emotionally, as you now encounter the full depth of your family tree. So, as a pagan festival, it wraps in a whole bunch of different paths. I've walked down a few of them myself, and one of the moment is the path of yoga, which is essentially the science of the soul. One of the classes that I attend is called the Soul Stirring class. This piece is named after that class. So I present Soul Stirring. On the mat, the soul is stirred within you, that perennial question. If you are so shocked that I am so wrong, if your mind is so made up, well, it matters not which path you take. But I doubt you would recognise it if you walked into it. Well, that's how it was for me, anyway. Thankfully, there are maps to see. There are well-trod routes to the place. where we can be, a place where I am different and you are able. Respect, program thinkers and prayers all have to along. The path before you will see you along. Direct your time to learn your song. Time is now's allowance. It's granting passage to your adage. As places and faces that were once foretold become the faces and places that we now behold. An experiential realization replacing that instinctual imagination. The path lit by light and scene. As you inhale fire, life's energetic gleam. Exhale into the subtlety of Tao, now you have been suitably weaned. Within nature, absorb the planet mind and now sweat clean. As James practice of pure harm and humble human creed finds emptiness serene. Add a gentle smile as one stretches over time. Add a gentle smile as one accustoms to sublime. Add a gentle smile as one begins to see it shine. Gnosis begins as a sense of eternity outside of time. Consciousness refracted, reoccurring and protracted, dialectically retracted, we too in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. With what is the world where it is. Thank you, folks. I am going to leave you today with what is my most recent piece. It's my longest piece I think I've written so far. It's not that long, don't worry. And it's probably the best summation that I currently have from the experiences and everything that I've gleaned from my life. So I call this Indra's Net. Infinitely longer than time ago, before the band begun, presaging even idea, there was mere infinite void. Absolutes, sum total of nought multiplied by all. When, from outside of this nowhere, in fact, directly in the centre of this outside of this nowhere, source, formed in occurrence, negating a certain probability inherently required by a coordinate of time and space, and reoccurring when a previous idea had exited stage, nay, had slunk off behind the curtain. There, in a non-local dimension, the introduction of a filament of tension. Quantum tunnel seed from beyond the veil begins this tale. The perennial idea once again ready to set sail. Nowhere you cannot see, so it is just not the place to make a stand. Piano's raucous silence nowhere could never become grand. To manifest all imagined ideas. Imagine cosmic menage a trois of dimensions, seduced and painted climax around time's instant. As birth burst forth the gale, a universal first inhale. Om is the sound, processes in cooling and action. If you cannot hit an Om while you're still with us, that's called distraction. This is an unnecessary lead to inaction. You are here to witness, and you are here to have traction. This how to witness, and this how to witness could become a key. Equanimity might set you free. Now relaxing back, safe and grounded, quiet as the mind that slips away the babbling and unfounded. From the bank, things are cooling and coalescing. Brahman tosses off his garment, sensually undressing. We cast Indra's net out far and wide, as behind an infinite divisive dream it is unity that we hide. First star has gone supernova. Red shift, fast forward, we now have ourselves a Mars rover. That's the big win. not just me, we mean the whole damn tree. We're going back past the monkey, we're going to follow a fish out to sea. We're going to look kindly on an enemy. Corral a sponge, we're at the fringe, we're at the root. Stillborn life, it's not meat. An organic surprise, it's our enemy to life's rise. And knowing this, should soon release the tiniest intellect in the skies. I am who? Well, who am you? Who I am. Simply a unifying am, declared they, who found the ground as they fell through profound to discover in life's underlying elemental energy there is a sign for your eye to the moon and your ear to the ground. Moonlight's descent as Indra's neck sinks to the bottom. A new illusion is beginning. Reset, level up, everything previously known, again, forgotten. Spiraling onward is the plan. Maybe this round is setting master. When to tackle this level boss, you may need to let go of your terribly becoming disaster. You see, it's about ascent or descent. Allegorically, are you paying the rent? It's not about what you want to buy or where you want to fly. That's all pie in the sky of Jones and ego looking to get high. And ego is a funny thing. Seriously funny to the point of grief. To counter a common belief, they're not into money or not a securities cling. They're about keeping score and comparative fling. Now in walking dilemma, ego takes pole position, but don't place the bet here. This game's aim is closer to contrition. Never near, in fact quite far from contrite. You will need to struggle, or you will need to strive, but don't struggle or fight. Hold that you chose this role, it loosens plight fight. Less becoming, less tight. Dawn's break, the chase off the dark as an end to soul's night. And life is found a catastrophe in the rigid order with no play. Life is found a catastrophe for those expecting it to go their way. For the blind and the blinkered insist upon a hellish ordeal. The open-hearted free thinkers, knowing it's not real, sure, sweetens the deal. And do we get what we want? Do we know what we want? Hold life, not comfort and pleasure, sacrosanct. We don't know what we need. Toiling life after life, we work till we bleed. Work finger to bone to own a home. Ambition from birth to chase dragons as addicts homegrown. We broke the shackles to free the slave. And who knew everyone would simply roll over and behave? But we should have guessed. We should have thought. We carry genetic baggage from primordial and harsh battles once fought. But the mode is outdated. Change here is belated, as now time's apprentice plans are constantly frustrated. It's because trauma imprints upon the brain. We need to think from the heart and the place that is sane. So less of the brain and more of the heart. Spells cast a magical star to playing a more evolved part. I find 3 streams to tie, to balance like the tree between the ground and the sky. Now by balance, this won't be close to even. You're going to feel small. Stand tall, don't fall. Face the depths of infinity's shadow with gall. Then, quest and turn to the golden twin. The rising sun of blinding light within. They're both yours, they're both open doors. Absorption is the art of directed awareness. A skilled sorcerer's apprentice is looking to harness. And simply, all you need to do is holding the balance between these two within the one love that we call you. Thank you, everybody. See how we managed to get rid of you all. Some of you have stayed, so I am going to give a little, once again, a little big up to the Gary Oak Photo Grove, because that is about why I'm here. They're a Druid Fellowship who I am a member of, and if you want to check it out, there's a booth just over there. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you for listening to me today.
Stop the video.